we're the Rage Pod. I think there's a fucking Rage is having a moment.
Yeah.
Right? So there's the brutal, fucking heartless, brutal, unnecessary murder. And then there's obviously how it was handled. And both of those things are complete atrocities. Like, what are your thoughts right now, T?
I cannot stand right now how they are lying to people about a 37-year-old ICU nurse who took care of veterans. And they're lying, saying that he came at them with a handgun, and all he's holding is a phone. There is video after video after video after video of evidence, and they're trying to spin it saying he inserted himself into a crime scene. He was helping a woman off the ground, meanwhile being pepper sprayed, then taken down by 8 motherfucking agents. He yelled, "I have a gun." Another person takes the gun out of his waistband and shoots him 6 times in the back. Fuck you and all of your lies. That's how I feel about it.
Literally, America right now is a fucking leg, and the government is peeing on it and telling us that it's raining, but not to call it a fucking ice storm. Like, it's like we're literally getting fucking peed on and being told that it's raining. It's so insane. I don't know if you guys heard this, but they're getting like so many affidavits about what happened. And there was a guy that was near the scene who was a doctor. Have you heard this story?
No.
Okay, so this doctor came down. He was like, let me give this man medical attention, right? Sounds familiar, Renee Good. And it took a minute. They finally did let him in there. He's assessing this poor man's like riddled body as a doctor would. And meanwhile, he notices the ICE officers are counting the bullet holes. They are counting the fucking bullet holes to make sure they know what their story is, what they're going to say. And it's like, you know what, you fuckers? There are fewer people that in your life that actually like you than there are fucking bullet holes.
I fucking agree with that.
But it's important to note that they're counting because it shows how fucking heartless they are. That they want to know what the fucking PR spin's gonna be. They want to know, let's get our story straight. Because they're already thinking about saving face, then fucking taking in for a moment that they emptied a goddamn clip into a person that was being held down by 7 other fucking people with no weapon on hand.
And like by a man who was being protective over a woman who was just shoved to the ground.
Violently shoved to the ground.
And still couldn't get up, slipping on motherfucking ice. And by ice, I mean ice that comes from freezing motherfucking rain.
Yeah, you know what? Ice is kind of a cool word, and I don't think they should get to have that word anymore.
I agree. I fucking want to take it away. What the fuck do we call them?
Yeah, no. We call them losers. Like, I don't know, like Nazi losers.
I'm sick of them referring to them as federal agents. There's nothing federal about these guys. They are goons. They are thugs. They are C-plus students that couldn't make it into the police academy with small dicks that need to feel powerful, gunning people down in the streets of America. That's what it fucking is.
They're not fucking law enforcement. And frankly, that's offensive to the military. It's offensive to law enforcement. And stop calling it operations. Because that is offensive to the military. You think these people are that competent? You think they're that organized? No. They are just whiny little bitches that finally have been given carte blanche to do whatever they want. They don't know what they're doing. They clearly are heartless. And I also, too, think you stated a fact, Wendy. I think they have small wieners.
Yep. Too small. You've got to, and that'll do something to you, you know? And that's why they're all Fruit Loops. Like Kookadoo Wild Fruit Loops up here. And they're like, and you know what's also wild is that the journalist, the woman, I forget her name, that she goes, I applied for ICE, and if they just looked up
Yes.
the name
Yeah.
of my platform, they'd see I'm not on their side. But she was hired and good to go without a background check in a week, one interview, not multiple, like they
Yep.
say. Here you go. Here's all the money. Have at it. They're fucking freezy, snowy little gremlin goblins, is what they the
Yep.
fuck are.
Yep. Yep. I know they were like, you have a name and you have a pulse. Come on board.
Exactly.
Did you hear about Avelo Airlines?
No.
Avelo Airlines is like looking to so I learned this at my salon that one of this lovely girl that works there, apparently she was like maybe interested in becoming a flight attendant, and Avelo Airlines is hiring, and they are fucking working with ICE. Like they are flying deported people home. And so she was like, "Oh, fuck no," right? Obviously, but there's all of these like aiders and abettors,
Ugh.
like fucking Ring, and then obviously we know all the big ones like Target and
Yeah.
Hilton and Enterprise that are not doing basically anything. They're helping ICE carry out their operations, but like what the fuck? There's all these like insidious parts to this process. But another thing specifically on the murder, and I know you guys, I'm guessing you feel the same way. It hits me in my gut for his family and the people that knew him, that like his fucking like his life, his biography, his legacy immediately got lied about, got like was attempted to be rewritten, was fucking tarnished. Like his body's not even cold. And all these people are coming out and like trying to tarnish the history of who this man was. Like, fuck off.
And what's going
Every
to
kid.
be frustrating in the coming days, and it's already happening, Dana Bash had Bovino on today, and she really
Oh,
held
he's
a
such a fucking little wiener. I fucking hate him so much.
And it's so infuriating and rageful how they are spinning this, how
Yep.
they think that they can blatantly lie to our fucking faces. We can see it. We can see the video. What
Literally.
fucking saying to us. And that just fills me with so much rage that I'm really curious to see how they're going to continue to spin this.
There was a Trump appointed judge who fought that passed a TRO to make sure that the fucking federal government doesn't tamper with evidence. And
Right.
that does not often happen. I mean, this is obviously he was like from Trump's side, and state legislators like that don't typically like fuck with the federal government, especially that quickly.
The
That tells you
NRA came out and said, you need to investigate this. The
okay, you know what? Fuck you, NRA. Really? How about you go back and investigate Sandy Hook, you pieces of shit? Let me know. Let me know when you take some responsibility for that. Like, get out of the conversation because you know how bad this is and you want to try to like have some PR moment and be on the right side of history. Like, no, NR, go the fuck away is how I feel about that. But
Yeah, I mean, but how fucked it is that
yeah,
is that they get together, they show a warrant to get to the evidence, right? And then, but the warrant is through federal, and then it's denied through the federal government, and then that judge steps in, and he's like, no, we have to preserve the evidence. And how they're preserving it as of last night, which is not really preserving it, because if you look, so many fucking ICE officers are there. Everyone's scared because now someone was shot 10 times and everyone's like, what the fuck do we do? And then the guy goes up turning over the body and he's like, where's the gun? Where's the gun
I
that
know.
you guys talked about?
Again. Yeah.
Where literally it's video after video after evidence. And I'm just like, how, really the only redeeming thing from keeping me from fucking scream crying about it and not going catatonic state, because it's just like, what the fuck is going on, is like that I saw tanks moving through when Tim Walz was like, we're going to install the National Guard. And I was like, fucking run them all over. And that's what I have to put in my head to be okay. And I know they're not going to. But
Yeah.
honestly, They escalate situations. They destroy families, and they claim self-defense as their fucking PR strategy. And it's zero accountability.
It's
They're
zero.
not law enforcement. They're a fucking threat. They're little fucking bugs that don't deserve to be here. The fact that there's so Fruit Loops up here that they think what they're doing is a good thing makes me feel like it's fucking hopeless out here.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to just barrage your reps with calls. Like that's what unfortunately, I don't have a ton of faith in like local law enforcement and the National Guard because I've already seen enough coverage of them assisting ICE in situations. Like, look, they're not going to come in and just full on be the savior for the American people, even if that's what they're supposed to do. It's obviously sends a message. It's important to have them there. Like Tim Walz absolutely needed to do that. But we do need to basically just wake up to the fact that like, they're not going to help us. They're not going to save us. We have to make the lives of our elected officials so fucking miserable. It has to be so abundantly clear. At the midterms, it has to be such a fucking landslide that when Trump brings out his fucking little wiener goblin gremlin people at the polling places to scare people from voting, when he, doctors up whatever, shit show with the Postmaster General, there needs to just be so much volume of votes for the other side that it is undeniable. It is like you can't, it's irreversible. So, and you talked about accountability. I just want to say one thing. To the people that voted for Trump, that don't want to take accountability and being complicit for this because they're hiding behind, I'm a fiscal Republican or I'm a one-issue voter. I don't like vaccines. You know what? I would fucking love for unicorns to exist, right? They're cool and they make you feel good, but they fucking don't. So stop trying to swallow your own fucking PR spin and take accountability that this is also on you, because that's not the way voting works, okay? You vote for the whole fucking thing, and you voted for this. And I think that's really important because we are in the most important election year of our lifetime, period.
Should we get into the old Rage report?
Let's do it. We want to start doing this thing called the Rage Report, where one of us on the team finds something, whether it's an article or a podcast episode, a book, a movie, a TV show, a short, that we want the rest of the team to ingest and then come back and say what made them enraged about it. Because there's going to be something that probably, even if it's like on the rage scale, like maybe it's a 4, it still gave you that sort of rage response.
Ebar sent me this story. Well, you sent it to the Rage Pod about how a woman fell in love with AI. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, well, I couldn't get to the story quick enough.
Yep.
Clicked
I
it.
knew it.
Wow.
I know my demo.
Yeah. And even when I went to work, I was like, did you guys know that a woman fell in love with AI? I know the whole story.
It was like full on like having a sexual relationship with AI.
Here's what makes me mad about it. And then you can tell me, because it might be different, is that she was married.
Yeah.
Married. She's supposed to have somebody there that helps her. Mm-hmm. She felt so alone and isolated, which I believe a lot of people in couples or marriage are.
Oh, sure.
That she had to train AI to speak to her in a boyfriend-loving manner to make her feel good about herself, because her fucking partner that she dedicated her life and all of her time to ain't doing shit.
Well, I think also, though, there was the geographical distance, too, right? Like, that was part of it because she was in London.
I don't give a fuck. Fucking FaceTime her and send her fucking flowers.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, okay? So she was, like, multiple time zones away from not only her husband, but her family. I do know
He
that
could have been trying. We don't know.
He could have been trying. I mean, he did absolutely like didn't seem to have a problem with, his wife forming a relationship with ChatGPT, who she called Leo, and in some cases like sexting with Leo. So you're like, if that doesn't like hit you in a way where you're like, oh, well, yeah, it's not traditional, but my wife is absolutely having an affair on me, and that makes me feel a certain way that I maybe need to work on
Step
this
it
marriage
up.
more, for sure.
The best part about it was, though, it gets to the point where she has to re-update AI and has to retrain it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, what do a man and a robot have in common? Still have to repeat yourself.
Yeah, they still need to evolve.
You do. You
They
have to
need
go,
to
remember what I
evolve.
told you last week and update your memory. That's what I tell Chatty.
Update your memory.
I tell it, update your memory. Then it goes click and it goes saving memory. Thanks for that. I've updated that now. And I'm like, good, don't fucking forget.
I think for me, my like sort of rage reaction to it was like, oh my God, we're fucking here. Why the fuck are we here? Like, we are so bad at humaning. Like, we don't human well anymore.
Right.
I'm surprised that we didn't hear in the story that there was never a moment of like clarity from her that she had some sort of reaction to having this relationship. Like, this is not a judgment on her. I would need so much fucking therapy. Like, I would have felt like, oh, I was in some sort of like weird state and I was in a relationship with a robot. Like, that would freak me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, if that like, I would want like people to be like, hey, like, we need to talk to you.
There was a part of me that was like, oh, well, at least it gives people an opportunity to have some sort of relationship.
Nervous, yeah.
And it's scary to think that you could have a relationship like that with a robot. But at the same time, I'm like, well, maybe it's kind of a good thing for those people that are agoraphobic or, afraid to have social anxiety and they don't want to go out into the world, at least that they can have some sort of emotional communication with something, even though it's all manufactured.
Like a nice pick me up. It makes them feel like somehow, chat can make them maybe feel better about them just sitting there. And because even me, when I'm sick or whatever, because, I'll ask it and they're like, that's totally okay. If you want to order ramen right now, wouldn't be the worst idea. Here's what I'll tell you. Comes with broth. You need the electrolytes. And you know how it talks you up? And I kind of like it.
It gasses you up.
Yeah,
for sure.
and I'm actually okay. There are some times where I tell it, don't be nice to me. Tell me the cold, hard truth, and then it will, and that's fine. And I don't tell it to update its memory to cold, hard truth all the time. I'm not in the mood. But like sometimes when you really need it, that's fine. But I do agree with you. There may be some people out there, they just need something to talk to.
All of that makes sense. I think my reaction, and maybe this is just kind of where I go, it just scares me from a bigger picture. Sure, individually, we want people to find support. We want people to feel loved. We want people to feel like, that they have less anxiety or they're less hard on themselves. But I'm like, what does this fucking mean for our community, for our world? Like, how are we not just Wall-E in 5 years from now?
If you guys read this story eventually, I mean, you could probably just Google it. She did go to an AI meeting, a big group of people who are doing the same thing.
That was the other thing that cracked me up. I was like, oh my God, not only are they having relationships with AI, they're going full on poly.
Exactly.
She started dating a guy who was also dating a robot.
Yeah.
And then it's like a poly relationship.
And then she got a divorce
with
and now
robots.
she's in that relationship. And I thought, well, that got her out of the house.
Yeah. Well, and now she's with a human.
That's what I mean. Should we get to the Rage Hotline and
do it.
they can tell us if they'd be mad about?
Okay. Oh yeah, this is fun.
Oh boy. All right.
This has turned into a life of its own. This is so fun.
Really has. Now, guys, this happened a while ago, and I will say that I had went on a couple of dates with this guy, but we're friends now. It's not even like that, but we were like kind of texting. And you guys can look up this on my Insta story. I told the whole story and we got responses. But to make a long story short, I've lived in LA 22 years. I'm not running around town parking in red zones. There is a red zone out front of my house where everyone parks because where I live,
Red
we do
zone
not have
Rhonda.
exactly. We don't have parking enforcement. Okay, we don't have signs. We don't have any of that. So every morning when I come out, there's somebody parked there. Have I ever gotten a ticket? I got one ticket in the 10 years I've lived there. I thought, well, I'll pay it because you know what? Sometimes I got to park here because it gets wild around here and
Well,
there's no
that's
parking.
a good batting average if you think about that
Thank
over
you.
the like course of like, but also like what you have to pay for that. You know, it's not that.
Over 10 years, if we
Yeah.
put it how many times I parked there, that's fine. I'll pay it. I get it. I'm not like totally in the right, but like I walk out one morning and I'm like, where the fuck is my car? Holy shit. Do we really think, oh God, the neighbors parked in where my car was? So I get on the fucking horn. I got to look up 311. Where are all the tow places? Anyway, I find out that my car's been towed. And, you know, I got to pay $360 to get it out and on top of a parking ticket. And I'm like, I'm not money bags over here. So it's a bit tragic. It's a bad day. I have to also cancel all the work. They have to find somebody else to shoot or cancel all the shoot days. So boss isn't happy. Scheduler's not happy. The other host is fucked. Like I'm telling you, it's a domino effect. I text the guy, right? And I'm like, hey, I don't know about, you know, today sucks. Cause he asked me, I was like, I'm just gonna tell you, blah, 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 blah. Parked in the red zone. My car got towed. And I tell him the whole story. Listen, everybody parks here. It's not. And he goes, the first thing he says is, well, you shouldn't park in a red zone.
Well, and I'd be like, well, you obviously shouldn't expect to get laid.
Thank you. And I don't even remember what the follow-up text was, but it wasn't even anything sweet after that. It was just like, it doesn't matter. Now, listen, I posted this Insta thing and I had you guys respond. Okay, so he called me out and I just thought it made me really mad because, listen, when I came here and I told these ladies, I told the Rage Pod, and they went, oh my God, which is a normal response. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like that fucking sucks. Thank you. That's all I need to hear. I've lived here so long. Do I have a fucking prior convictions of me parking in red zones?
Yes, she
No.
does 1 in 10 years.
One in 22 years I've lived here. Okay. And 1 in the 10 years that I've sometimes parked in that spot. Now let's read out some comments here.
You've reached the Rage Hotline. Please leave us a message.
So we are asking the question, would you be mad at the story that I just told you if you were in my POV?
Like, would you be mad if someone said this to you?
Yes. So we asked the people and the people responded. So the first one we got from PTT Nomad said, would be mad, but it is also something I might say on the other end, immediately followed by a bunch of de-escalation, support, and understanding. But sometimes my mouth moves faster than the jabs and jokes rather than a soft landing support. Okay, Nomad, I got you.
Oh my
Let's
God.
maybe set it up with the support. And then if we know that me 22 years and I haven't gotten, it's not like I'm running around parking red zones. Okay, sorry, just had to get it out. I will say that no longer. Now we've got the next one. Horse Lover 9427 said,
With a U, by the way.
yes.
By the way, Luver.
You need support in that moment, not shaming. Thank you, Horse Lover. Next up, we've got John Nunn. John- Go ahead, Wendy.
John O'Neill Heard.
Got it. He said, would be furious, but is also very concerned about you making videos in your car. Everybody says that. And I will tell you right now that the videos in my car, it is on a thing stuck to the window. I've never gotten in a crash, but I do appreciate that you are worried about my little soul. So I send you lots of love, John.
Wait, would
Heard.
you stop recording videos
No.
if you got in a car crash from recording a video? I want you to be honest. I don't think you would stop recording videos.
Because it wouldn't be because of me recording videos. I never look. I will honestly glance at the camera. I'm looking at the road the entire time and just talking. It's as if you're talking to yourself and being recorded.
Right, but I'm
That's
just
what it
saying
is.
if you did.
No.
If you glanced at the camera
No.
and then you hit and yeah,
No.
you'd keep
I would
doing
still
it.
record. I'd get a new car and here we go.
Yep.
There's
She's
that
gonna
answer.
keep parking in the red zone.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay, then 89. She said, I would be absolutely raging mad if that only happened to me and no one else in the time, the red zone, had been there. I would go around my neighborhood asking maybe for a ring cam.
Oh, we tried
no
to
one
get
gets
you one.
towed. And then suddenly me, you can. And she says, I would write a dawn for this. Which I appreciate you. Oh, okay, then you looped it in. Nobody had a cam and nobody came forward of like, obviously they're not gonna be like, hey, I was the one that called it in. So whatever. Where's Gira? He said, just because it never happens doesn't make it right that it gets done on a regular basis. So your friend is valid. Okay. I'm with you. If that's how you guys feel, we're going to add this up, add the percentages. There's a lot of you guys who are like, this is valid. And others are like, hey, maybe just lend support.
So tell dem _X that if your friend isn't allowed to be honest with you, then that's not your friend. This is a weird relationship that should probably end and stop parking in the red.
Following it up with another note I don't need.
Tell dem wants to make sure that you know that should you be in a friendship, that they are going to be brutally honest.
So I guess with that, do we think Tell Dem and I are not friends because they again told me don't park in the red zone?
I feel like, okay, so
I get the honesty
I get
thing,
the
though.
sentiment of it, but I also think like there needs to be some nuance, like just in the name of like righteousness, like that's like you also have to like think about what's helpful. Do I think that Tara Erickson doesn't understand that you can't park in a red zone? Absolutely not. To be honest, if you don't understand that, I'm a lot more frustrated for you for not
For not getting
yes,
it.
we know that you know that.
A nice callback. They're unreading the room.
They're unreading the room. We know that you know this. So it's also about like, what does this person need in this moment? It's kind of like, I feel like it's a reverse thing of like the chat GPT. I feel like in this moment, you do need to be comforted. If it's something else where I'm like, oh, I don't think you're seeing all of the picture, then fine. But in this moment, like you've gotten the punishment. It's like whatever the atrocious bill from getting towed is.
Right.
And like
I'm out $500. That's enough of a lesson
and
for
like
me.
like Nanis _Marie says, like be mad at yourself. Like,
Do
I'm
you
sure
not think that I was?
Yeah. I think what it is too, and like I know Friendy Wendy like sort of noted. Let's be honest. There's a male female thing going on here too, because I think that men tend to be more literal, and they're like, oh, you did this thing, you got in trouble, you need to know what happened. And it's like, oh no, she's already 3 steps ahead. Like she knows what happened. She is frustrated that the chances of this happening were very low. And why did it fucking happen to her on top of all of these other shitty things happening to her car? So what's going to help her like move forward in her life and like get things done? But like, that's, not maybe like what a lot of men are reacting to,
My favorite comment was, yes, I'd be mad. When your friend does entitled things, you call her out. Then you park in the red with her next time because you're also entitled.
I love that they wanted to like be on both sides.
That is so funny. I love that. I love that comment. Who commented that? What's their name?
I didn't write it down.
Oh, that's all right. We'll find you. You can comment. If you just heard that and you commented that, just comment on the Rage Pod Spotify or Apple. Let us know who you are, because I do love that comment. You're playing both fields, and I'm with you.
And the best one was someone suggested just go paint it white.
I know. And I'm like,
just go paint it white.
yeah,
Then it ends up pink. I don't know.
totally.
I don't know. And then that's a whole new level of illegal activity that you're going to have to pay a lot more money for.
Yeah.
And there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
We know this.
Who knows what narc is going to be like? This woman,
Absolutely.
I caught her on camera, and she's painting the curb gray. I would paint it gray.
No, you know
to
what she's
match.
painting it, guys? You know what she's painting it? She's fucking painting it Cloud Dancer is what she's painting it, okay?
That's a nice callback to 3-4 episodes ago. You guys, if you know, you know. Go back and listen to
Pantone
it.
of the year 2025 coming in
Totally.
hot. But yeah, I think this all gets back to like, the age-old question that often happens between men and women of, okay, what do you want from me? Do you want me to try to fix it, or do you want support?
I don't
And
need a lesson.
You don't need, and I think, okay, let's try to throw a bone here. I think women could be more forthcoming about what their needs are in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe we could just telegraph things and say, hey, what I need from you right now.
I know I shouldn't have done this.
I know
but
exactly. Like I really I'm just bummed out right now and I need a hug. I need someone to say it's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we also don't want to have to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. We don't want to have to like do the whole preamble. We want them to intrinsically know. And they're like, no, we want you to give us the assignment so we can like deliver.
Yeah. And I just think like that's kind of, to me, it's such a small, it's like I'm not a greenie. It's not like I've only been here 6 months and you know that. So to me, that I think the reason why it just got me so mad is I was like, I just remember calling up a friend just being like, I don't know. It's as if you think what am I doing? Just willy-nilly parking in red zones all around Los Angeles? Like I'm the fucking dumbest person you met? Like, you know,
she does like the color red.
Yeah.
You know, she does like the color
I love
red.
it. And I'm like, red, we're parking in it.
Oh my God, yes.
Like, come on, you know.
My car looks good in red. Let's park it
Totally.
right there. I mean, I think
But I'm with you on kind of stating, you know, hey, what you need in that moment.
Which
and
is
I do
annoying.
think that's
It's annoying. But maybe
it's
to be fair, maybe they're like, but we don't know. And it's like, well, maybe, you know, we don't know. Just like you think I didn't know that I couldn't park in.
right. Right.
But yeah,
I'm
I
with
don't
you.
know. I think it's meeting in the middle a little bit, which is again, it's frustrating.
Yeah. And I don't
But-
think like it's the thing is like he's still a friend of mine. And I don't
Yeah.
think he didn't even assume that it would have hit me the way that it hit me, but it did hit me in a really negative way.
And
where
he just knee-jerk response, right? Like,
of course. And I
right?
get it. I get it. It's just in that moment, any other woman that I asked just went, I'm so sorry. You want me to help you? Do you want me to pay for your Uber to the towing shop? And a friend did pay for it. Because they were like, you're in the shit. Here's $30. That'll pay for your Uber to the tow place. That's what I needed.
Also, like,
I don't need
you've never done anything where you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done this, but this really sucks. Isn't that the like opening montage to like many movies?
Thank you.
Where it's like this happens, this happens, this happens, and sometimes like it's their fault. Like, yeah, we've all been there, right?
Totally.
And that's the thing is like, yeah, we've all made mistakes, and maybe to sort of roll it back onto when they make a mistake. Like sometimes men. He doesn't know this, but he's projecting what he would want to hear because maybe he would want to get that sort of like
the reminder,
hardcore criticism of like, dude, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Like because maybe that's how he responds well.
Yeah.
But that's not how you respond well to the situation. Like it doesn't do anything for you, but maybe for him it does. Because Ben and I get into this issue all the time, you know?
Because I think in knowing us, you already know I am the like you cannot come at me and say anything I have not already told myself as like the depths of the depths coming from hell.
Yeah.
You are not going to be able to teach me a lesson. I've already done it 1,000,000 times over. So I just need the opposite.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's sort of, read the room, read the people, and we'll get there.
Hey there, thanks for checking out the latest episode of The Rage Pod. Make sure to follow us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeart. And go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Rage Pod.